to the replay. This is Demi, and she has one little white spot on her. Demi is currently in heat. Let's see if I can stroke her back and she will react. No, no. You can tell sometimes too when they're in heat. They smell very musky, as well as sometimes they'll put their little butts up. Now, Demi, she got startled by me today, so unfortunately I freaked her out. I might just allow her roaming time. However, she's going to be very hard to catch because she's just not used to this. So let me show you what I mean by like she's really nervous of a hamster. Hey, Demi. Got a little poopy on you. Let me do a. Oh, yep. See, she's all like, no, I don't like this. Go back up there. Did I see you poop? Is this your poop? Is that your poop? It is. It is her poop. Hey, Brian. This is Demi. Say hi to her. She was a part of the litter intake where the last hamster we adopted that was her sister was Demi. Oh my gosh, another poop. Hey guys, look at hamster poop. Today I share with you hamster poop. I don't have any paper towels in here, so we're just gonna let that fly. Yeah, that is Ida. Yeah, Ida's in there. Yeah. She's so curious. She's like, what is this smell? Yeah, who lives there? Who lives there, girl? But yeah, this is Demi. She is a female Syrian hamster, nearing a year old, but not quite there yet. She's around 6, 7 months, I believe. If I can remember correctly, all of my intake notes have been corrupted with my hard drive crash. So when trying to retrieve everything, they couldn't retrieve all because it was really messed up. I had to wait several weeks because it was in their most advanced machine trying to like retrieve the information. And unfortunately, it was just so bad that it crashed the first time. So they had to restart it. And then it stopped at, I think they said 55%. So I've lost so much. So it's really discouraging because the information that I kept, I did not back up. I should have. I just be dumb. That's what it is. Hey guys, yay, 3 days in a row. Hey Munchie, hey, yeah. She is a cutie, but she's not very good when it comes to socializing. Here, you ready, dear? Here's your close up. And now you get to go and explore. Now, the thing that, if you guys didn't see with her when I first started, she's very nervous about being handled. So when I go to catch her later, hi, sweetheart, then she's going to be freaking out. So hopefully, with these types of free roaming time, that we can start to bond and she can get used to me and hopefully get used to the hamster room. She was in a foster home. However, the foster home wasn't making any progress with her. It was just very slow. She would not come out. And I kept telling the foster home, you kind of have to force her to interact with you. You can't just, expect them to, as prey animals, just to get along with you. So with her, she's last here because she's just one of those hamsters that just needs a little bit of time, a little bit of understanding. And today I will be bribing her with treats. These are the baked treats with apple and banana. Personally, I don't really like oxbow. However, their treats are okay because it's not their main staple food. That's the thing. This is just like side hustle for them. So the first one is Timothy grass, which I don't like, but there's oats and they can have oats, barley, they can have barley, cane molasses, although that's kind of a, God, was that like, because molasses, I believe, is like the binder. Is it the binder? I forget. Anyways, dried apples, bananas, natural flavors, rosemary extract. Like it's not bad. 70% grass hay always available. Offer a variety of oxbow hays. Like it's decent, all right? It's decent. I haven't had any treats since I used to live with my uncle, just because we had a really bad ant infestation last year. It was so bad that it got into the hamster room, and somehow through my sealed containers, they found the hamster treats. So when I was opening up my treat dispenser, it freaked me out because of how many ants were in there. Because I did have fresh, well, maybe not fresh, but like dried fruits, and also just a blend of different things that apparently they're like, ooh, yummy. Anyways, I need a pet room. I'm currently looking for mine under everything. I know, right? I'm actually not keeping track of where she is, but I've day 3 just had different animals out, and I haven't lost any of them really. Let me just make sure that the vent over here is closed. Bloop. There we go. I mean, they're not going to be able to get inside of here. As you can see, my finger can't even get in here. So technically, they won't really escape. And plus, she's under there. I can see her. I'll just let her chill over there. But yeah, I think we're going to be okay. I don't have to track them. I can say hi to you guys. So let me actually turn the camera around. I just don't have a camera or a phone holder per se. You know what? Actually, no. I'll let you guys see her because she is starting to move. Never mind. I thought she was just going to stay in the corner. But she is moving, so let me just kind of get back and talk to you guys. Also, I would love to do some more things with you, like doing just checks on all the animals. It's still pretty early in the day. You can still see their sun out and everything. So I'm just going to let them wake up. So, anyways, my guinea pigs love those apple and banana treats, yes. They are definitely good for hay-based animals. Fiber passes too quickly in their gut, but since these are treats and not their actual diet, it is fine for hamsters. Oh, molasses is what binds it together. You're correct. Thank you. I thought I was, but just to make sure. Because there's other things that are not natural that can bind them together when making, say, for instance, like a little biscuit and treat. Because obviously oats, I mean, you can't really bind oats. You have to add more stuff to it. And of course, Timothy hay too. Like you can't just expect Timothy hay would bind. It doesn't. So molasses, yes, we'll keep it together. People have questioned molasses because of, I believe it's the sugar content, whereas they don't want it to be super high. But then again, that's a simple treat, so it has very limited. Oh, there she is. It has very limited ingredients in there. There goes Demi. And for those now just joining, we got Demi loose in the pet room. She's a female Syrian hamster. She needs to be more properly socialized, so I'm giving her free roaming time here. She doesn't like to be picked up, but she is a sweetheart. You guys have probably seen her on Instagram. And for those who are not familiar with the rescue, I mainly like posting video and reels on video and reels. They're the same thing, girl. Video, reels, photos on Instagram versus like YouTube because it's just kind of where I've been. I mean, I should probably get used to adding reels on YouTube. However, if you look at the reels list on YouTube, everyone edits them so nicely that I just feel like, oh, if I add something like this where I'm like, oh, look guys, look at the pet room, look at it. You know, it's not going to be as fun or as pretty. Anyways, I need to scoot back because I don't know where she went. So let me just make sure she's not going to be hiding behind here. By the way, this is a great opportunity for you guys to ask me questions. So please do. Girl, what are you doing? I can see you in the corner. She's trying to dig. Come on. Demi, you can't dig. You can't dig, girl. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there she goes. Hey, sweetie. Oh, you don't have to be scared. See, she is a prey animal, so she is gonna be nervous when I approach her. But anyway, she's gonna be over there with Ida, like you saw 2 nights ago, which I accidentally deleted the video yesterday. So nobody can see like the day 1 of me doing these types of videos. But yeah, she was out and she was just going around and she was getting, I mean, she was already used to people. So, you know, and she was fun to watch too. Whereas like Demi here or even like wait, where's Miranda? No, that's a boy's side. Yeah, Miranda's up there now. I've switched them. They're just not used to this, so we are introducing this to them because I don't know how long Demi's going to be here. Now that I know the pet room is technically safe, then I'm letting them free roam in here. And then I would probably start thinking of ideas for like playpens and stuff. This is just me trying to get them used to just this space here. Anyways, let me just answer some questions. Can you give tips on aging hamster, right? Robo, I assume you meant Robo, not Robe, is 2.5 and wobbly now. Ooh, yeah. So when it comes to, oh, I didn't mean to make noise, girl. When it comes to aging hamsters, sometimes you have to make it, especially for a dwarf hamster, well, Roborosky hamster in your case, then you would have to make it so there's not like a whole bunch of bedding, a whole bunch of like height wise for things that are just kind of hard to climb. If they don't use the wheel anymore, you might as well just take the wheel out. Um, Definitely just monitor for just mobility if they are wobbly and like wobbly as in they have a funny walk or maybe they're just kind of, I guess, something medical might be going on if you're just not able to like scruff them and hold them and give them a good look through. I would say maybe if it's worrisome, take them to the vets just for like, a checkup to just to make sure that wobbliness isn't something else going on. However, might just be that you might have to start taking more things out, lowering the bedding height, just because some hamsters after a while just cannot burrow anymore. It becomes kind of difficult. It's hard, especially when you're constantly changing their landscape. Because in the wild, yes, as a young hamster, they're able to make their little dens and different chambers, but when they're aging, I'm sure they're not going to be able to make their dens or just they already have dens, so they're not going to be changing it up, much like domestic life where you are constantly deep cleaning and spot cleaning and changing it up. So I would say less bedding, easier hides that they can climb on, don't make things difficult for them. How often should I feed his food mix to Sunny? And thank you for answering. So, at the rescue, we usually feed either 2 tablespoons or more for Syrian hamsters, along with a paired protein block. So, we got seed mix paired with a protein block, and we feed that once every 3 days. So, this is our routine. So, oh, and for dwarf hamsters, it's usually just like 1 tablespoon. And I noticed for dwarf hamsters, they really don't need or don't like the lab block too much. So you can just add a little bit of lab block, a little less than what you would for, Syrian hamsters, which usually for us, we feed like 3+ lab blocks, and lab blocks all change in shape and size. So basically, we eyeball that and we determine it that way, as well as if they are getting too much, then we like lower it back because we can tell during deep cleans that, oh, if they are hoarding this instead of eating this, we're providing too much. But anyway, so the first day we just give regular commercial food. Second day we either do treats like that, or we do just fresh fruits and veggies. And then the next day it's either treats, fresh fruits and veggies. We alternate. So like one day would be treats, the other day would be veggies. And then we rinse and repeat for the commercial food. And then for veggies, we alternate veggies as well, fresh fruits and veggies. But I didn't have any veggies to give yesterday, so everyone got apple slices. So yeah, that's what everyone got last night. And I'm gonna go and look around to see if there's any apples that they didn't touch. If they didn't touch them, they're usually left on the surface, so they're easy to find. But hey, Munchie, I've been so inspired by you. When I get my first apartment, I want to have a room full of animals like hamsters and guinea pigs and mice, snakes, rabbits. I love them, and cats and dogs. I would recommend not keeping reptiles in the same room as hamsters and small rodents. I would say if you're able to get an apartment, make sure that one room is just for your reptiles because there's a possibility that they can escape and it could be very dangerous for your small animals. Plus, I'm sure that they can smell them. And they can also sense them too, especially when they're moving around. So if you do get a bunch of animals, make sure to keep that in mind. That's why we don't have cats in the same room as hamsters. And for those that are just joining now, this is Demi wandering around. Anyways, Robo autocorrect. Aww. Which will happen either by the end of the year or beginning of next year. Awesome. It's great to love animals. Just make sure you can afford all the vet care. That's another good thing to bring up. Just make sure you're able to provide vet care and have some emergency funds for them. Have you had beta fish? Oh, I had beta fish. 2017 beta life all the way up until I think it was my last beta was in 2000. 2019 or 2020, I had several of them, and a lot of them were just like dropped off at my pet store when I was working there, where people were like, I'm moving out country. I can't take this, or I don't want this anymore. Here, you take it, and hands us like a beer cup with like a betta fish in it. I was gonna say a hamster, but that's not accurate. But there has been, when I used to work at a pet store, people that would just drop off hamsters and be like, I don't want this anymore. Take it. Or, oh, I wanted my girl Syrian hamster to have a play date with my boy, and I didn't realize that they could have babies, says grown ass adult. So yeah, they just hand us a box of 10 baby hamsters, and that was my very first baby hamster experience. That was fun. I made it to live. Hey, Donna, welcome. Thank you for that information. You rock. You're welcome. Oh, and also Saffron's getting one within the next month, a betta fish. Congratulations. I would say probably a 5 to a 10-gallon tank. Don't aim for any lower for a betta. And if you go with, oh my God, look at her. She's all like, you're over there? Yes, sweetheart, you can hear me. And now she's licking the bars for some reason. This is Demi, by the way, for those now joining. But what was I going to say? Oh no, train of thought has been lost. Train of thought, where are you? Ah! I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, if you're going with fake plants versus real plants, don't feel guilty. It just takes a lot of time, dedication. When I had fake plants or plastic plants um, inside of my betta tanks or my community fish tank, which I did have, um, I did have some like logs that were really good for the pH level, and then eventually I added live plants. But if you do add live plants, just make sure you properly quarantine them and clean them before adding them to your tank, because they can contain bacterias, which can be very deadly. I found that out the hard way when I thought I quarantined my plant for long enough, and it turns out it was carrying a bacteria that took the life of my Ariel. Yeah, I had a betta fish named Ariel that I raised since she was just a little fry. So, very sad about that. Sunny, a Syrian hamster. I have a 10-gallon, ordering live plants accessories soon. Just be safe about it. But awesome. Congratulations. I saw my local's SPCA page that 5 hamsters were left in the park, and I was so sad I don't have space to take any. But 2 of the babies have gone home already. 4 babies plus mom. So cute and so small. Hopefully they are cared by the correct people. That's always a fear of mine, because yes, there's the SPCA, ASPCA, there's the Humane Societies of America, but they have provided incorrect care, or just care that is very outdated, which they just have not really like done their due diligence and looked up on the internet why they need more space and why there's been scientific studies, because it's not like the scientific studies on these species of animals that we are taking care of in domestic life just send out their studies to all these rescues have to look into this stuff, and when someone brings it to their attention, then hey, this needs to be updated. Some people will update their information. Not every ASPCA or PSPCA or Humane Society will update. I mean, it all depends on basically them, because there's a bunch of humane societies around here. There is Seattle, Tacoma, Auburn Humane Society, and they all operate and run differently. So just be aware of that. I'm glad you started doing live streams. They have been fun to watch. I love seeing each of the hams free roam in real time. Oh, you're welcome. I just wish that they were a little bit more friendly. Kind of like with Ida. Ida was so much fun. Oh, speaking of Ida, hold on. Are you alive? You better be alive, girl. You are scaring me. Oh, she's yawning, and my camera can't focus. Oh my God. Hi, Ida. I thought she scared me. I thought she was not alive for a minute. Because that's another thing, too. When I do the checks and the check-ins with all the animals in the pet room, I make sure they're alive if I don't see them out. But yeah, Ida's right here. Good morning, Ida. Your morning, not our morning. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, look at her. Did you have a good sleep? I hope you did. Yeah, oh, another yawn? Or just stretching? Just stretching. Look at you. Yeah, you're so cute. Ida's story is quite sad. And it sucks that she was returned, but life is life. It was a really unfortunate situation that this person found themselves in, and they had to rehome her to us and unfortunately stop volunteering with us because of it. So, yeah, we're only down to one volunteer at Munchie's place besides myself. This is actually technically I have two. Never mind. I don't want to forget my board of directors either. So technically three, but like only two like help with animals. But yeah, we're only down to one foster home besides this main home for them. So speaking of, actually not speaking of, but just hearing Peachy here. This is Princess Peach. Her name was Peach, but since we already had a Peach at the rescue, I just added Princess in front of it. So she's Princess Peach. And she is thirsty. Yeah, see, these guys are waking up now. I mean, I woke up Ida, unfortunately. Big yawn, yep. Let's see here. I used to keep betta fish at one point. I have 10 of them in all separate tanks. I think at one point in time I had 4 or 5, maybe even 6, and that's all I really kept. But that was years ago. Had I known then what I know now, well, let's just say times are always changing. Yes. Look at that little fur potato go. Hi, Munchie. Hey there. How's it going? Big yawn. Want to adopt a hamster from you so bad. I'm in Ohio, though. Fortunately, cannot do that. Can't cross state lines. And that's just too far. These guys don't do well in stressful situations. They are very stress-prone creatures. So just traveling is not ideal for them, especially for long distances. And there she is. Are you looking for JC? JC's right up there. What are you doing? Hello? Hey, Demi. Oh, no, that scared her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Demi. I'm sorry. So, for those who are new here, Demi is currently out, and she is a hamster that's not really used to well, she is used to human interactions, but she's not comfortable with them per se. Like all of her siblings to this point that have been adopted were very nice and friendly. She is gentle, she is nice, she's just more nervous about being held. And of course, when I go to try to get her later once the stream ends, she's gonna be like, no, don't want. So I'm gonna bribe her with these, hopefully. Hopefully. And then hopefully she gets comfortable enough to come out in the middle here. Yesterday we had Miranda. The day before we had Ida, which I showed you, and she's right there. But those videos, or at least Ida's video, got deleted, so I'm sorry. Sweet little Hammy, yes. And those who are joining now, welcome to ask me any questions. If you have something you're curious about, if you have a video that you're curious about, have a question, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to start introducing you guys to what I typically would do at night on a day like this, where they are actually just everyone's going to be getting a treat today. And it's just going around to each individual cage, making sure that they are alive and well. If they're not out right away, what I typically would do is just leave the food, come back later to see if they take it. And, or if they still hadn't taken it, I start digging. So we have 3 mice, or no, 4 mice, because we got Turpy Boy. Are you there? Yes, Terp's right there. He's just, I guess, sleeping right there. And then we got 3 lone female gerbils that cannot be paired. They all did death rolls and they shed blood. So that's, we can't really pair them anymore. Although I do believe, I feel like I think she's okay. Oh, there's Demi. And then we just got Demi wandering around as I'm going to be doing these checks. So, yeah, there's that too. But yeah, I believe she might be okay, but I forgot. I have to, oh, I was gonna say I have to go look at the intake notes, but the intake notes are all corrupt. Dang it! Well, it looks like she's out right now, so I guess I'll just pause so you guys can take a look at her. What are you Oh my gosh! Oh my, is this the Olympics? Why did you need to do that? Instead of going on top of it, she went under it. Oh, I swear to God, you better not be able to fit under that door. Demi is considered to be on the small side. She is around 6 to 7 months, probably nearing more like 7 months now. How much would an average vet health check cost for a hamster? Depends on the state and depends on the vet and where you're at. And it also depends on the county of your state. So we're in King County, and that's the most expensive state out of out of Washington state. And I hate it because we're a part of Seattle and it's way too expensive. And there's way too many people coming from out of state, out of country, and there's too much homeless crisis here, and it's just been like horrible because there's been a lot of people that literally cannot afford to pay property taxes because their homes are so high, thanks to all of the businesses that have been buying up these homes. There's like banks and corporations that are buying homes or apartment buildings or retirement homes and turning them into motherfucking campuses for their employees. Thank you, Microsoft, you son of a. Thank you so much, Amazon, you son of a. Thank you so much, Boeing, you son of a. We have a lot of big names around here. We also have Pokemon Incorporation here. However, I'm not really thinking or seeing much of an issue with the Pokemon Corporation here because they're not the ones that get 25% off rent. Oh, you're a Microsoft employee? Here, take 25 motherfucking percent. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, parents with children that are watching this video. I do cuss. I guess I should not have to warn. Just talk to your kids about why I might be cussing and why it's appropriate to use it now versus out in public. But yeah, anyways, I'm very salty about the entire thing because it's not fair to Washingtonians that have to work their asses off and then they are being treated as if they're lower than these employees. And then when the employees flash their badges at the place you work and was like, don't I get a discount? It's awful. It is so awful. Oh my freaking God. Please don't. Please, please, please don't. It used to be just a partnership program for like certain companies, just because, it's just like, oh, if you get this one deal, you get the other deal. But literally, people have been super entitled in these companies and they have been absolutely awful for retail customer service people. So yeah, I'm salty about that. To answer your question about how much would the average vet bill cost, it would be for us roughly around, and this is for cats, dogs, and small animals, it should be roughly around $55 to $60 for a checkup. If you need medication, it depends on medication, but I think just like enrofloxacin is probably around $22 now per little tiny bottle, or at least for a small animal. But I have heard horror stories of like in other states, they charge like $70, $80, $90 for a health check for a hamster. And then when it comes to like, I want to say x-rays, they charge you guys like almost 200, where I believe our x-rays are only like 79 $69 for a small animal. So yeah, it really does depend. I would have to check vet records. However, I can't show the vet records because it has my personal address. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna just whip out one of our vets, but I can show you my how I file everything. Thankfully, I have physical copies because that's the thing. It's like there's always the chance of things getting corrupt, which it did happen, unfortunately, and there's always a chance of the house burning down or a flood or whatnot. But yeah, this is my file cabinet here, and these are all past. Oop, nope, better not do that because yeah, I just noticed that past medical. And then I have, where's my current medical? There's current medical. Very, very thin because it's just Miranda. And then adoptions 2018, 19, 20. So yeah, when the pandemic hit, look how big this was. Oh, I need to be careful. I'm like, wait a minute. I should probably close this. Hold on. There we go. All right, that way she doesn't sneak in behind me. But yeah, look at how many people adopted. And then 2001, still a lot of people. 2002, it was a rough year because of my uncle passing. So, and it was just a rough year in general because everyone wanted to surrender. Nobody wanted to adopt. And 2023, this is it. This is it right now, sadly. So it's been really rough. I've been really discouraged. I've not wanted to, not wanting to continue with rescuing, to be quite honest. I've actually felt like I just wanted to quit several times and felt like I should just back away. Yeah, it's been hard. I could talk about that. If anybody wants to ask me any questions about that, feel free to. I don't mind. All right. Now I have to go find her again. So yeah, hold on. Let me just make sure she's not behind here. Not behind here. No, she's not. All right. Let me just make sure. I push this back. I don't know why that was moved. It was probably me. Anyways, well, I don't know where she is, so I guess I could front face. You guys haven't seen me today. Hi! How's it going? Let's see. I'm gonna gently move JC's house. Oh, hi, JC. JC's out. We'll see him all later. Don't worry. I'm just gonna catch up with what you guys were asking me. So, here we go. I did that one night with my older dwarf. Hamster did not come out. It was 3 a.m. Tucker finally poked his nose out. I was like, what are you doing to my burrow? My guinea pigs love those treats you have there. $100 to $150. Ugh. Ugh, that's a lot. Evil corporations with no soul will eventually need to fall. Honestly, we might even fall. I mean, if we don't rise up, of course. But yeah, it's very hard, especially since I've noticed that with inflation, because there's still a lot of issues going on. Even pet food companies, they have still been raising the price. Trying to buy a home, it's making it very incredible. So people who have homes, they are waiting until they're able to just like in 5 years offload and make that money back, just because they purchased their houses during during a pandemic when like interest rates weren't too bad, but now they are, and it's a lot. Like, it's making it so that corporations are going into the housing market and buying residential neighborhoods, and then just making it extremely hard to even buy homes. They're making them into rentals. Thankfully, there is a homeowner that is renting us this house, but they're currently not in state right now. And I think we have come to the conclusion that more than likely they're either going to return to this house because they have business in this other state and they're going to return, or they're not going to return because of how messed up Washington state is. And so they're just going to offload this in the next, because they've owned this place for either a year and a half or 2 years and a half. So we just assume that maybe in the next year, 2 years, or even 3 years, they might just let us stay here if we wanted to stay here, past our lease agreement, and probably would sell it. So, oh, there she is. I found her. Hi, Demi. Are you comfortable? Let me just reach out to you. There you go. And then she runs away. Never mind. Show the hammy. We will. If you're just joining, I'm going to be doing all checks. So you will literally get to see me checking up on everyone here. So let me just respond to the next two people. Morning, Munchie. I'm okay. It's 4 p. I was going to say 4 p.m. 4:30 in the UK. Oh, so I'm assuming it's AM for you. Dang. Well, hi there. Welcome. Yeah, Canadian cost for everything is like so much more expensive than US. Yeah. It's like almost double or triple that. Don't know the rates though. But hey, we got Peachy. Ow, ow. My knee. Oh. Munchie down. I'm down. I have fallen and I can't get up. Must get to Peachy. All right. There she is. Out the water again. It was a hot day. It truly was. Hi, sweetheart. Do you want to be my first checkup tonight? Well, technically what I do in these situations is I check to see if last night's veggie is anywhere, which it was actually a fruit. Doesn't look like it. I handed it to her and she took it, so I know that more than likely she ate it. What I would do is tap their water, but she already did, and I spin their wheel, and then I also just look at the wheel, go, girl, you are dirty. I've noticed. Oh, hi, sweetie. You're so sweet. I noticed with Princess Peach, or not Peach, Princess Peach. Sorry, she's just so cute. I cannot. I cannot. Sorry, this is not food. Oh, would you like your food? Here. This is your food for tonight. Just a nice little heart treat. And then we can, oh, good watch her. Oh my gosh, adorable. She is so docile, great personality. I can see her being great for kids. Oh, that's right. I wanted to do some health checks with, well, I kind of just gave her that. So, do a health check later. Honestly, she's been just very active and very healthy. But if anybody's wondering why she has long tufts behind her ears, she's actually considered a long-haired Syrian hamster. Because she's a female, it doesn't actually appear to be long. However, if you see a really long, dusty-looking Syrian hamster, more than likely it's a male. Because females, they don't get long like that. They can be long for like this, and they can be short like where Demi went. Well, basically Demi. I see you. I see you. So her. But yeah, this is the length of a long hair female. Anyways, yeah, her wheel is getting really dirty, and what I was trying to make a point of was that this type of bedding, the flat paper bedding that is brown, usually it has no dyes or colors. This is so flat, it's not really puffed up, it's not really processed differently, it's just as is pretty much. This is so dusty and it gets stuck so easily to the wheel that you can see all of that brown stuff here. That's not all just urine. That is this. All right? And of course, if there's just a little pee, then it turns into a big problem. Hey, sweetheart, you're so sweet. All right, let me just catch up. Do you have another job outside the rescue? Well, the rescue's not a job. It's a hobby. So no, I don't get paid for this. The only thing that I would get paid for is YouTube AdSense, and that just goes back into making sure that I can survive. And then if I survive, the rescue survives. We are based off of donations from the public. If anybody wants to help, there is PayPal. So paypal.me/Munchies place, and it should show you like our logo and everything. So it should be very obvious that it's us. If it doesn't show our logo, doesn't have any sort of hamster banner, then it is not us. Anyways, and then the other thing is just Amazon wish list. But right now, and I'm just gonna close this up. Right now, we should be good for bedding. I'm just backing up and hopefully not stepping on a hamster here. But we have these big bags of bedding, and it's the same one that I just showed you inside of here. But these we're good on, and then inside of here, we have just a few more over there, and then a few more right here. So we're good on bedding. So I think I closed the Amazon wish list. Oops. Turn the light off, because I did not want people to donate so much bedding because there's nowhere for me to put it. So I'm just gonna open it and close it whenever we need anything, but I used to be able to have it open all the time. But I do have another job, or I have my only job, full-time job, but I don't disclose where I work or what I do because I just don't really want people to know. I feel like there is a part of my life that I would like to keep private just because I want to retain some sort of normalcy. But when I did work at my pet store job, which I will turn the camera around so I can talk to you, you can see all my expressions and stuff. I was spotted. There would be people saying, "Are you this person?" and show me my photo from YouTube, and I was like, yeah, that's me. It was kind of weird when they didn't know what my name was, even though it was literally on the channel, which was funny. But yeah, sometimes when you are, and the term is called starstruck, so I don't see myself as being like a star or anything, just someone that people watch. No, no, they're in the same state that they're in. They see you and they're like, oh, that's what I did to Markiplier, by the way. I was kind of starstruck with Mark. So I said all the wrong and stupid stuff. I remember that, but it was so weird because like I couldn't really talk to Markiplier very well when I did meet him, but I was able to just like generally chat with Wade, and he was really cool. And there were some other YouTubers that are in Washington State, like Did You Know Gaming, the people behind that, that also made Normal Boots, which I at first called them the Normal Boots guys. Um, because they're cool. Like Shane and oh, I forgot the rest. Shane and you guys probably don't know these people, but if you do, that'd be kind of cool. Peanut Butter Gamer, those types of Brutal Moose. Brutal Moose is here in Washington, and Peanut Butter Gamer is in here. They're just further. Actually, I don't know where Brutal Moose is now. They used to be up north. Um, and they moved to Texas, back to Texas, and then they moved back to Washington. But yeah, with Peanut Butter Gamer, they live way up north, so Snohomish County is where they live. I'm in King County, so completely different. And King County is a really big area. Snohomish is really big too. But yeah, it's just I met the people at not my pet job, but I had a different job then. I met them, and I was like, oh, I really like watching your content, but I didn't call like I'm sure that they don't get this often. I'm sure that Shane, in particular, is known as the Did You Know Gaming channel. But yeah, I was like, oh, you're the Normal Boots guys. I'm sure that they don't usually hear that. But then again, they were both together. Them and oh God, I want to say it's not Wood because obviously Wood is beat 'em ups that I'm thinking of. But like, what was that person's name? Kind of curly, brownish hair with glasses and a beard. Don't remember. Anyways, yeah, I've met some people, and thankfully I wasn't starstruck with them. I just appreciated them, and I said thank you so much. If anybody's a football fan, I have met Pete Carroll. I felt really bad for him because people were trying to stalk him, and us at my work were like, whoa, 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 this guy is a paying customer, and they don't deserve this. Like I literally had to tell people stop. They're trying to have some normalcy in their lives. And then Richard Sherman. And it kind of sucks because him and his wife, like his wife was so pretty, ex-wife now. But Richard Sherman, the quarterback from Seattle that went to San Francisco, he tried to disguise himself, but because he was so tall and so slim, and also just had really fancy dreads, you could tell that him trying to cover himself up so no one recognized him made it very obvious it was him. So yeah, I treated them as normal people. I didn't say I appreciate, like I didn't like call them out and be like, yo, I love you guys. Yeah, I was just treating them like regular customers, and I think that made them appreciate me even further. Like you really don't have to just call people out, but at the same time you could still show them a good time and tell a story about it. So let me just talk to you guys. I'm back. Went to see if my gecko is exploring. Oh, you got a gecko. Ah, I miss my geckos. I've always wondered if I wanted a hamster. Well, they are much different from geckos. I can assure you on that. If you want to get a hamster, I would say probably a dwarf hamster is as close as you're going to get to a gecko's type of style, especially depending on which gecko. If you're talking about like a crested gecko, I feel like a dwarf hamster is much like a crested gecko. they can really swing either way. Love your videos, and I'm glad you are doing okay. We are currently grieving loss of our Syrian hamster Beans. I'm so sorry. They don't tend to last very long, but thank you for giving them a loving home. It's ridiculous the things we can't get up here. I can buy millet sprays, but not oat or flax unless I want to pay $50 for a handful. Ah, poor people in Canada. Yeah, not meaning you guys are poor. It's just like, I feel for you. God, if you guys have to spend more money than we do in America, like, how are you surviving? However, you guys have, what is it, free healthcare? So, who's really paying for who? Who's paying more, actually? Yeah, who's paying more? But anyways, let me just go ahead and keep reading. Do you still feed Missouri rat and mouse food? Yes, I have some in the closet. Still feed them as a lap block, and or I feed KT lap block too because it has 20% crude protein. Missouri has, you know what? It's been a while. I don't remember. 21, 23, something like that. Willow had a skirt, little fluffy butt. Wait, Willow had a skirt? Are you sure it was a female then, Brian? Because usually they don't have skirts. Are you sure your female Syrian hamster was a female? UK vet costs are going up. I'm a rat owner. One lump removal costs me over 200. I work in an animal charity which have dogs, cats, and small animals. Animal surrenders with medical issues are common. Yes. So for me here, I used to take in a lot of medical needs animals, and honestly, at the end of last year, I wanted a break with that because it was nothing but medical. And it's because people are just very unintentionally or intentionally neglectful, and they just give up their problems. So, with that being said, when I really wanted to stop taking in medical, they just kept coming in, and it really overwhelmed me because I couldn't. And I'm kind of happy that I have no more brachycephalic hamsters. I don't have any more. It's crazy. I was the brachycephalic hamster lady. But yeah, right now, just I don't have any more, and I'm happy. But Miranda technically kind of counts as one because she still has teeth issues. So yeah, I'm still in that boat. There are other places you can get bedding and food in Canada. You just need to know where to look. Hello, my name is Austin, and I got a hamster, and she is a Russian dwarf, and I put her in a critter trail. Oh, but after you educated me, I have a bin cage coming tomorrow. Aw, 608 square feet. Well, congratulations, Austin, and thank you so much for upgrading your hammy. I'm sorry that your pet store or wherever you got that cage from educated you incorrectly. I'm glad there's people out there, much like this channel, that can give you helpful information. I mean, from one pet parent to the other, as well as from one charity. Well, I was gonna say one charity to another. You're not a charity. Well, rescues. Some rescues are here to educate and help, while other rescues are just there to help with population control. But for our rescue, we want to help educate because that's where a lot of our animals come from is poor education, poor choices, poor impulse. Although cats and dogs and horses even can be impulsive, a lot of those are just kind of animal control situations where just like people won't spay or neuter, they want something cute and then they abandon it, or just like they just don't take responsibility. There's some people that are like, I'm not going to spay my animals, that's not natural. Medication's not, well, technically some medications are natural, some are just created in a lab, which technically come from resources and elements used in, yeah, it's a big long topic here, but no matter which way you swing, it is beneficial to get your animals fixed at the appropriate age. For larger breed dogs, you should wait up to 2 years. There's some breeds that you can just wait up to like a year and a half because they're still growing and you don't want to stunt their growth, especially when it comes to hip dysplasia, because that is very common for large breeds. You want them to actually be able to grow fully. Whereas smaller breeds, you can probably spay and neuter them much sooner. Cats, same thing too. And then also, when you do get them fixed, there could be some hormone changes, so it's always a good idea to spay them at a later age. However, with the whole population of like, well, if they escape, they could breed, and this cat could go that, this, and that. Yeah, that's a risk too. So you gotta make your home safe in order for them to be safe until they're able to be spayed. So try to balance out quality of life if you can. Anyways, let's get back on track here. Out east might have more options, but nothing I can access all. I've wondered why there is poor selection of pet products there. I even see that's a problem for dog and cat owners. Yes. Oh my gosh. Of course, there is, for instance, on Amazon, there's a lot of companies that will say mouse, lizard, gecko, sugar gliders, alligators, hippos. It's all incorrect, but they're trying to grab your attention by saying that this product is for this animal when it actually, in fact, is not. People don't have your best interests or the animal's interests at heart. They just have money on their minds, pretty much. So it's your due diligence to research to look this up. There's also like pet parents that also encourage others to get things that are inappropriate, which can be actually quite hard when it comes to just being all like, oh, please, that's a rat enclosure. That is, vertical space. You need horizontal. And some people encourage, oh, my hamster loves this. And it's a critter trail, things like that, where it's just so hard. So it can be very, very hard to have everyone be on this. you get up there? This is what I mean, guys. This is what I mean. Whenever like I had a hamster loose because they chewed out of a bin cage, or the cage that I was donated didn't have proper bar spacing, I would just walk into the hamster room and then I would be like, "Oh, hello there. How did you escape? Hello, hello." For those who are now joining us, this is Demi. Demi is the last hamster of her litter that I took in, I think at the beginning of this year. My intake notes have all been corrupt thanks to my hard drive crashing and burning and exploding pretty much. So yeah, she should be about 6 to 7 months old. She is just really nervous when it comes to handling and interactions. So, oh, oh, are you gonna crawl through the bottom? See, this is how they crawl. Oh, and she gone. And you want to know where she's at? Right there. This is how they crawl up. They get on top of this, then they crawl up through the bars, and they're on the second floor. On the second floor. Look at this, guys. Look at this. All right, well, I'm going to step back so we can take a look at her. She should not be able to chew through the bin cage, by the way. And if she did chew through the bin cage, you could start to hear her chewing. It's very obvious what chewing on plastic sounds like, at least to me. I know what that sounds like. So, anyways, I'm just gonna let her do her thing. I'm gonna just monitor the situation. I mean, if she climbs down, then we'll know. But anyways, another stream. Yes, another stream. Oh, I think I skipped some. Hold on. I've always wondered why there's... Okay, I already read that. I think you meant 608 square inches. Thanks, sorry. I have a 608 square inch bin. Yep. Thanks for educating me. No problem. I have 3 hamsters and 2 guinea pigs, 2 bunnies, 3 dogs, 1 bird, and 1 rat, so my mornings are busy. Yes, when I had so many hamsters and so many animals of my own, especially when it comes to aquatic animals, oh my gosh, I had no time for myself. And I still kind of feel like I don't have time for myself. As I'm aging, I'm going, why the heck do I not have any time for myself? I used to have 2 jobs. 2 jobs when I first started my rescue, for small animals at least, and I was able to manage it. But now that I'm older, it's all like, where the heck has time gone? I haven't had dinner yet, but hey, I want to make this at least an hour stream because it's fun and fantastic to be talking to you guys on a regular basis again, and just making videos can take a while because it's only me. I know that there are, and by the way, I think I'm going to switch back so you guys can see my face. Hi. I know that there are people that will hire other people to do editing for their videos or manage their time a little bit better. And or they know better programs and they know how to navigate and do all these interesting things. But I'm just one person and I have trust issues with a lot of people because I used to manage multiple volunteers at my rescue. And it's very hard trying to just have others help. So that's why I'm doing it by myself. So if videos are very sparse, it's because it's just me. It's me. And also with the rescue too, because I'm the only one now. I used to have a coordinator who answered emails alongside me. I don't have her anymore. She's gone. She no longer does hamsters. And she's moved on with her life. So she's kind of farmsteading right now. Or homesteading, not farmsteading. She's not on a farm. She's homesteading. So she's a part of a different type of community now. So she's not part of the hamster community. But we're still in touch. Anyways, yeah, she was helping me, and unfortunately, I don't have her anymore. So I have to answer emails. I have to post up the ads. I have to do social media, where I did have another person doing social media for a while, but that ended poorly because we had disagreements. So, yeah. There's that. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that one. That one broke my heart a little bit. So, anyways, Raider fans, talk about football earlier for those who weren't here. I think I got too much sun today. Lol. Leopard gecko. Oh, you got a Leo? Okay. Yeah, I say a dwarf hamster is pretty much like a Leo. Shares brownies because it's my birthday today. Foster, happy birthday! I'm 35. I gag. Hey. We're in the 30 club, all right? You and me. We're in the 30s. So it's totally fine. It feels weird not being in the 20s anymore. But hey, I mean, we're all here. So let's celebrate. Cheers. I was going to Yeah, I was gonna hold up the water bottle and be like, ding, but I kind of don't want to take it off. But yeah, you know my gesture. Congrats, you're old. Don't worry, I'm old too. How many animals do you have at the rescue? Miranda's a sanctuary animal slash mine, but technically she's still a part of the rescue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 right now. I just had to put down Cruella about three or 4 days ago because, oh, did I tell you guys it was Cruella that we had to put down? We got Cruella returned, and she was a part of our volunteer. Our volunteer had her, but she was medical when she got returned to us, and it was bad. It was bad. Um, so yeah, she had a really bad tumor, and it grew to other parts of her body. And I was gonna make a video, but I keep saying I will make a video, but then I guess I'll give you guys at least a sneak peek or sneak peek information. I'll just tell you guys because I'm sure the majority of people don't watch live or can't watch live because of hours and whatnot, but that's what happens. And she also was bleeding when we got her. I didn't know because her bum was wet because I thought something was wrong, like she peed on herself or maybe it was dirty, because her claws were kind of dirty when we got her. But no, it turns out she's been bleeding for a while, and we didn't know that. And the vets, the last time we brought her in, which we let them know too, we're like, yeah, she actually was bleeding before, but you guys couldn't see it, and we couldn't see it because she had cleaned herself. But yeah, she had open pyrometra because the doxycycline that she was given should have been able to clear the uterus infection if she had an infection. But unfortunately, it was just her uterus getting bigger and bigger along with the tumor. And the tumor was on her chest, but it spread. So it spread to her lungs, I believe. I have to read the euthanasia reports. Did they even give me a report? No, they did not. Sometimes it can be kind of difficult at a vet office, for those of you who have worked at a vet office, to make sure that you provide all the information to the to the person. So yeah, we only got her euthanasia signature that I had to sign off on, because she had to be ceremonial cremated. So we opted for that. And then I only received the receipts for what we paid for that. So yeah, no, I did not receive the health report. But then again, I don't know. I mean, I've received health reports too, but then again, maybe euthanasia I didn't. Maybe I'm just not remembering it right. But usually we receive a report. But yeah, Cruella had to be put down. And she was such a sweet hamster. But yeah, the last couple days she was just really nippy. And I was like, oh my God, you poor thing. And she's been breathing heavily. And it broke my heart. So just be aware that if you're emotional and you don't want to see a hamster just kind of going downhill, then don't check out that video. Um, I wish there was a way that I could just kind of do like little highlights, but then again, it's just we're talking about something sad. But it's cool because, well, I mean, that's cool, but like it's cool to know that some of you guys are okay with that. That's what I was trying to say. Goodness. Take my words out of context. It's cool. Death. Yes. Well, we just gotta accept it. So, anyways, let's move on. It feels like the 30s are going by quickly, but not in a bad way. It certainly is for me, Munchie. Good to see you for day 3. Good to see you too. Have you seen Missouri's new hamster food? No, I have not. Yes, definitely female. She has short hair. Okay, okay, all right. As long, except for her fluffy, but as long as it was female. As long as it was female. Anyways, let's see. My Syrian hamster has a cage that is. Oh, that's a chirp. Okay, I've lost sight of. Have I lost sight? Oh no, she's on top. She's on top of her cage sleeping. I'll show you her in a second here. She's just sleeping on top of her cage over in the corner. I can see her. Anyways, my Syrian hamster has a cage that is 608 square inches of floor space, and my hybrid dwarf has around 550 to 620. Nice. Where did you get the holiday thing stuff from the cages? Holiday thing stuff? What do you mean? Because usually PetSmart has holiday items for small animals. So that's usually where I find some holiday stuff. Hamster Mail is also a good place too. They are the hamster mailbox service or subscription service. I should say not mailbox. Technically, it is hamster mail, but yeah, they usually do like holiday themes. This June, it was like a summer box theme, and actually, we are supposed to. If they responded back, I have to check email. But we might be getting some hamster mail here soon, so I will review that once we do. If the representative from Hamster Mail does contact me back, they like to partner with Munchies Place just to provide some freebies. They do not really, it's not really a paid promotion either. They say you don't have to, but if you do, that's cool. And usually I just share the video with them because honestly, Munchies Place is not a very popular channel anymore. As you guys probably noticed, it's on the decline. Woo! Decline party, decline party. And that's totally fine. Some people are just done and tired with hamsters. Some people just don't like the whole rescue aspect, or some people just get tired of other people, and that's totally fine. It's totally fine. If I got tired of Markiplier videos and then came back to them saying, "Oh, okay, they're different now because different era, different things, different times," then hey, it's okay. It's okay. You can respectfully respect the person while also say you don't like their content anymore. While also still wishing them well. But you just don't want to see that in your feed so you can focus on the people you do watch. I have this thing where there's sometimes for ones that I subscribe to that I don't watch for a while, like Game Grumps, for instance. There was a time when I was watching like nothing but Game Grumps, and then I stopped for a little bit. I mean, I still subscribe to them, but like I didn't see them religiously every day, and then all of a sudden, woo, there they are. You know, so yeah, it kind of goes back and forth with what you're into. But the one channel I do religiously watch every single day that brings me my news is Fill Up, Fill Up, Fill Up, Fill Up DeFranco, Fill Up, Fill Up. So yes, I still watch him. What kind of cage do you have? Oh, you're asking another person. Insta Willow, the climbing hamster. She was so beautiful. Oh my God, watching you. Oh my Hammy, that was so cute. Hi, they are so smart. Do you feels right now? Wait, do you feels? Oh my gosh. Do what feels right for you. That's what's important. Exactly. Hi there. How's it going? Oh my gosh. Reporting in. Oh, hi, Hands. Hi, fam.
Hi, Munchkins. Hello. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, if I talk like this, would you guys stay? Hi. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, God. I started cracking at the end there.
Hi, guys. Oh, hi. What you doing? Oh, I don't know. I'm just talking to a bunch of people on the internet. What are you doing? I'm making cookies. Whee!
Sorry. Anyways, I've seen somebody connect them. Connect what? I have big cages. I definitely like being in my 30s than back when I was in my teens and 20s. Sure, I got sore more often, but at least I'm not a teenager. I do recall you saying Cruella was returned, but I don't recall you told us about her being put down. Yes, we had to humanely euthanize Cruella. So yeah, no, I was trying to keep hush hush about that. Just because I was trying to be very respectful to my volunteer. My volunteer has not responded to me about her, and I really don't know what I can and cannot say just to be respectful. So I'm not really talking a whole lot about Cruella too much, but yeah, I'm at this point I just don't know what I have and haven't said, but just know that when it comes to hamster illnesses, they can creep up very quickly, and sometimes you're just not paying attention or you're not doing health checks. And that's why I like to say it's very important to be doing body scans and health checks, which I will show you guys here. It's after 1 hour, but I want to catch up because, Munchie gets distracted and it's your fault.
It's all your fault. It's you.
Anyways, edit. Have you ever made an IKEA detox cage? No. It's too long, it takes up too much space. It's great for personal hamster keeping. We are a rescue, so if we take in a lot of animals, we need to have like a rack system. And we can't do the maximum. Actually, there's no max. There's really no max at hamster keeping. But if you do like a more modern recommended, then we can't really keep as many that is being brought in. So we do minimum It's raised up too, by the way. Like our minimum requirements for Syrian hamsters was 600, and these guys are like anywhere between like 608 to 620. I mean, all these are created with molds, but I have found them all to be kind of different for the Preview 528 cages that you see right behind me, right here with JC inside of this one. But anyways, and that's just so that they can get the minimum. That way we don't go any lower. They can have what they need here. They can have food, roof over their heads, pretty much, things to climb on and explore. So I can show you this one right here. Although I just, I can't believe you. Look at you. Look at you right here. This all was up here, and then like she took so much of it and put the bedding on this side. And that's the thing too. It's just that if you try to make it as even as possible, they will take it, they will move it in their cheeks, and they'll place it somewhere else, or they will kick it. They like kicking it. And then you have this weird thing where like this used to be a little bit taller, so it's easier to this, but now it's all like, oh, you kind of have to jump for it now. But yeah, we got the platforms, we got things crawling up, climbing up to it. Miranda likes climbing a lot. We got like one of these right here, you know, like they can dig still, they can go under. And then let's see, which one is it? Nope, it's Uno. Uno loves platforms. So he'll just sit up there or he'll sit up there. There are some hamsters that really like to sit. So yeah, we try our best to just give them more space up top. And especially if you have wire enclosures, it's good to have stuff that goes high up. That way it's easy for them to climb around, just because you don't want to have all this be so vacant. You want to make sure you're filling it up, not just underneath with like the tunnels and the bridges and stuff, but also up top here. Um, let's see. Let me just. Oh, that's right. Let me check up on her. She's sleeping. Oh my god, she's sleeping. It won't focus, but she's sleeping up there. Oh my god, she's adorable. Please focus. Oh my god, why don't you focus? Oh, she knows I'm here. Anyways, poor baby. Do you know where I can get oat grass in bulk? No, I do not. I'm sorry. Blows a noisemaker for the party. I don't even watch for the hamster content itself per se. I mean, it's an adibus. I just love your spunk and personality. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so very appreciative. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. My hybrid dwarf is shouting some boredom signs in her enclosure, so I wanted to get the Paw Hut Tier 3 K. No, no. No, 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 no. Not for a dwarf. Please don't do it for a dwarf. Please. 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 Oh. I'm not rotated. I'm just sitting down. Please don't. Please. Oh my god. I hate that thing. Please don't get the tier 3. Not for a dwarf. I had so many surrender dwarfs that were in that mother freaking cage, and they all had neurological issues. They all had limb issues. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please go for something that has a much shorter height. The Hamster Haven is really great. Even the Hamster Plaza, though you can't really get that in America right now. There also is more Savic cages that are coming out. That's so much better. Please do the Night Angel. It doesn't have any sort of areas that, would be like problematic. It's just there's so many better things. Please don't, please don't, please don't. If I like cry to you, would you please not get it? Would you please not get it? I need to make that video. I said to you guys that I got the Paw Hut, and then everybody told me it wasn't the Paw Hut. So I actually bought the Paw Hut. And you want to know what? I haven't opened it. I got that over a year ago. It's been sitting in a box, and my cats have been destroying that box. And so it's I don't want to open it. It's going to take forever to make because it requires drilling. I don't want to drill. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, please, no. I'm begging you. Please, please. No. No to the Paw Hut. No to the Paw Hut. I destroyed the competitor Paw Hut, apparently. But please, no. And Paw Hut, actually, is it Paw Hut? It might be Paw Hut. Anyways, one of those wooden enclosures is actually made here in Kent, Washington. So that was fun to figure out, but it's terrible when it comes to hamsters, and it is not escape proof. Sorry, it's kind of funny when like people go, no, it isn't, or just go super close. It's just funny comedy. Anyways, my hybrid. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Game Grumps, Markiplier, Achievement Hunter. Nice. Gerard, yep. But I don't watch them as much anymore. And I also am pro Jared, by the way. I know there was a bunch of drama around that, but turns out that it was just a whole lot of like gaslighting and bullshit and just personal things being leaked out that are what one person thought would be embarrassing and life changing and ending and all that stuff. It just turns out that that's just a different type of person. And they might have something that's not necessarily great, but at the same time, it was all consensual. But yeah, I really love their like information, and then now in the '90s series, that's really fun. Or their YouTube channel, I mean Twitch channel. Well, I shouldn't say Twitch because Twitch is honestly a big piece of shit right now. But yeah, yeah, I watched Pro Jared. They were a part of Normal Boots until everything kind of ended that, which I feel so bad. If you get, I won't say the word. Well, yes, I will because let's not sugarcoat this. People like to just cancel others, or just like to dig up stuff or say stuff that people get so overreacted with, and then it just kind of ends their life in a way. But at least Pro Jared kind of bounced back from that, which I'm very proud of. Definitely, because that made a series that I really like now in the '90s, learning about information on video games that I never knew about because I was a '90s baby and I was born in the '90s. So looking at games that weren't even out yet or when I was goo goo gaga, um, it's interesting. Anyways, um, well, yes, we sang. My hands are looking for the noises when you were making that voice. Which voice?
Oh, which voice? Like this one? Hello, Hammies. Hello. Hello. Wait, where's the mic? I don't know where the mic is. Hello, everyone. Would you like to see my, what are these called? My,
My lines, my brow lines, my fro lines, my look at this, look at this. I'm so sensitive, by the way. Look at that. Look at that. It disappears. This is not sunburn, by the way. I have not been out in the sun recently. This is all because I'm sensitive and pale and the pressure is causing it. It's kind of fun to make fun of myself when everybody else is, nice and respectful, I should say. I still, unfortunately, oh my gosh, I guess I can share this with you guys since you guys are just really nice and we're still in the hamster room. We can talk about personal stuff. But the last comment I read that was mean was, do you ever use a toothbrush? What do you think these braces are? Because God, if I did not use a toothbrush, these braces would just retain all of the crap in them. And I would just look so bad. But this was a video that I made at the beginning of last year that was when I was really unhealthy. Not necessarily I made myself unhealthy, but like I had a medical problem that was making me lose a lot of weight and I was the one that had braces back then too. So, yeah, they didn't see that my braces were invisible and they just had to make a really disgusting comment because my teeth are a natural yellow. Like, yes, you can't see it now because everything's very neutral, but like if there's a color that stands out, then yeah, my teeth are going to look much yellower in the camera because my hair is green. What else do you think? Oh man. Oh, I'm so glad that me as an adult like this in my 30s now, I can just take that and laugh at that because I know that behind the screen, the person's very insecure. And I just kind of wish that we might have been able to help that person in a way to be like, hi, I can see you're not enjoying your life right now. Can I make it better for you? But no, I just kind of delete those comments because there are people that like that feedback. And some people just kind of want to do that just for a quick laugh, but then realize, oh, this person's actually playing along with this. Okay, that's not my intent. Let's move to someone else. Yeah, stuff like that. But anyways, let's see what you guys are saying here. Oh, you guys were saying a lot. Oh my gosh, Didn't you do a review on Paw Hunt at some point? Yes, I did. Yes, you did. It's all you. No, I did. But people were saying it wasn't the real paw hut, so I actually bought the gray, stupid paw hut. I mean, maybe I should open it on live sometime. I don't know. My camera quality is terrible. I was watching some professionals, and they said it's an amazing closure as long as you remove the levels, you could add bedding and avoid injuries. That cage can still easily, because it's textured wood, it's not treated wood. You have to literally seal it yourself so pee doesn't damage the wood, and you have to somehow make it so that it's smooth as butter so they can't grab any of the sides of the wood facing inside. It's really bull. That is really bull, and I'm so surprised that a lot of people from the UK was like, that's a UK cage, and we use that, and it's perfectly fine. My animal loves it. It's big enough. Yes, it's big enough, but is it safe? I don't think so. Anyways, let's just make sure that. I don't want to disturb her. But yeah, there she is. There she is. She's on the second level again. She woke up. Let's just watch her while I answer some questions. The downside of being in the public eye is when you do scummy stuff in a relationship, everyone wants to know. Yes, exactly. Or else you make up little fibs where you're like, oh no, this person was terrible and I was never terrible. Good thing in my relationship with my partner, I literally admit when I'm terrible. That's a good thing. Let's see. Uses it for her hybrid. Oh no, no, please, no, please. Oh no, don't use the paw head. Please don't use the paw head. Someone actually asked you that. Oh my god, yes. I get asked that quite often. Like, or I used to get asked that quite often when I had crooked teeth. Oh, you're British? I've seen. Hold on. I've seen a lot of British people with beautiful teeth. We all come from different walks of life. All right, and no, I'm not British. No, not at all. So, do I have an accent? No, I do not. No, I don't. Do I have fair skin? Yes, I do. Does it seem like I never see the sun? Yes, but that's because I'm sensitive. Anyways, back to her. She is slowly sneaking over to Princess Peach, which let's just check on Princess Peach again because I'm being distracted. I thought I was going to show you how I check up on everyone. Oh, you're right there. Well, she doesn't seem to care, and yet she's right here. And they can smell each other, but she's just not caring. Look how close she is. Yeah, she's just not caring. And like I said yesterday, I've walked in on hamsters that have escaped in previous enclosures, not the ones I currently have. Those enclosures were just not, built right. I've literally seen female Syrian hamsters chat with one another, and I'm like, what is this? But they are kept in separate areas where they can't really get to each other. However, you, Missy, you are sneaking on over here. Look at you. Hi, Demi. Hello, sweetheart. I wish my camera. I wish my camera would focus on you a little bit better. Oh, you do smell her now. Yep, she can smell her. Huh? Huh? And they can probably hear each other too. They can make like a different, I wouldn't say different frequency, but you can slightly hear them once they start wiggling their whiskers. You can hear them chatting a little bit. But yeah, I'll just make sure that she's, no. I'll make sure she's not going to be a problem for Princess Peach here. Anyways, let's see. Bin cages are better for dwarf hamsters. Just anything with a lower height. If it's horizontal, great. If it's low horizontal, even better. If it's like a preview, I wouldn't even dare. I would not try. I wouldn't. Anyways, Hammy Adventures, that channel, and Ulysses is just another human being like you and I, or the 40-gallon breeder tank. That's another one too. But actually, you could do the 40, or not 40, the 30-gallon breeder tank. It's just a reptile tank, but you would have to probably change out the lid. But a 30-gallon is actually shorter height than a 40. 40 is 18 inches tall, including like the very lip of the cage is 17 if you don't include that. But the 30-gallon, God, what height was it again? 30-gallon, I feel like was either 14 or 15, so it's a little bit less height. But there's no way for them to just like climb up like a cage like this and hang from the top. So pretty much if you have a 40-gallon, it's safe. You can build up just like you can with gerbils right here. You can literally build that up. So the only way they can really fall is if you have like almost no inches of bedding and somehow they shimmy up like the wheel, for instance, hang from the top and then fall. Anyways, let's see here. Hermione the hamster isn't a professional. He is just another hamster caregiver. So I don't know who of which you guys are talking about. Let me flip it. So I guess I might have to check them out. If anybody at the end of this live stream wants to leave a comment with the attached YouTube channel for me to check out, usually that gets sent off to spam, by the way, if you leave links. So I'll just make sure to remind myself that it's not spam and I should not delete it. But yeah, if you send me the link, I would be appreciative. That way I can check them out. There is child hamster channels where a lot of people are like, no, this is someone that has made content surrounding kids about hamsters and it's not appropriate. Those channels are kind of dangerous and promote really bad care. However, if it's just another hamster channel but it's in a different country, just know there's different pet laws or there's just not enough pet supplies where they have appropriate care. If they are promoting inappropriate care while still, like, say for instance in the United States, if they're still in the United States and they're using critter trails, so they say it's fine. Oh, you missed it. Her face was all out and everything. Anyways, then I'd be a little concerned, just a little bit. Maybe lightly educated, just be gingerly. But anyways, I would have to see that channel first in order to make an actual legit opinion. My dwarf is in a bin cage and Syrians are in the preview. Nice. Don't let them get you upset because you're doing your thing and they hate it. Like they always be keeping your head up, Munchie, and you my role model, and thank you for not giving up on the rescue. You're welcome. I try not to, at least. I'll try to keep this going for as long as I can, but if I mentally or physically cannot do that, because I went to my chiropractor today, so I feel a little bit better in my neck area. I'm able to move again. I wasn't able to move it, thankfully. I am now able to move it, but we'll see with time. Yeah, I don't know how long I can keep going with this. But for now, I feel like I'm in a good place again. And if I'm not, you're going to hear from me on my own personal Instagram or in another live. Anyways, the hamster cam. She has been showing horrible signs in her bins, and I can fit way more in the paw hut by making it safe, by removing the levels and adding a bunch of bedding because I am trying to do what's best for her. And it's not the gray paw hut, it's the rectangular paw hut that's way safer. Oh yeah, that's right. Paw hut makes a bunch of different wooden cages. But anyways, if it's textured wood, I would not risk it. Like, I will show you what texture it is versus... Well, actually, I don't have a preview. I mean, not preview. I don't have a Night Angel anymore to show. Wait. Education time. Since you're in here. And please don't take this the wrong way either. I can sense a little bit of defensiveness. Just a little bit. Don't worry. Completely normal. I get it. Don't worry. Munchie's not upset. I'm not upset. I just really don't encourage people to have that. But one moment. You stay there. Stay. My shoe's untied, but I'm just going to take off my shoes. No, I'm not going to show you my feet. But I am really hot right now for some reason. I think that maybe I am in a small room with a bunch of hamsters and I am overheating. I'm also laughing a bunch too. And my heart rate is probably... my heart rate is not elevated. The serotonin's helping. Thank goodness for that. Oh my gosh. Thank God for serotonin. Thank God for antidepressants. Because they literally saved my life. And I shall sing to my people now. I do not have a singing voice crawling away. I shall do it all day. La 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 la. What was I doing? Wait a minute. Where was I going? Hold on. Oops. Oh, hi, Terp. Sorry. Anyways, I want to show you, person. What I mean when it comes to textured wood versus treated wood that is smooth as butter that you cannot have them really chew because it's very hard for them to actually grip the texture on it. Take the night angel, for instance. God, I need better light. I guess I have to literally have you guys kind of comparison wise look at these two textures. There's two different ones, and they're both from Night Angel. Do you see that? You see that? This one is smooth as butter. This one, not smooth. It has texture, and when you run your hand through it, you can feel all the grain. Smooth as butter. Grainy. Not treated. Has marks on it because unfortunately it's seeped in within the wood. Even if it's been like washed, soaked, baked, because it is. You can see my burn mark right there. It was baked by me. They can still grip this texture and chew it. See how I'm gripping it with my nails? Do you see how I can't grip that with my nails? I can grip it. So that's what I mean when I say if they can grip a textured wood and it's facing the inside of the enclosure versus something like this where you literally can't grip it, you can't crawl at it, you can't scratch it. This is treated. This is safer. This is not. So, paw hut. I have not seen a paw hut cage that has smooth wood. All right, so that's why I'm saying it's not safe. If you already have it, then I understand. Just please be cautious then. All right? Thank you. That's all I'm saying. So, yep, just trying to provide education and understanding. And just because I have experience with that and experience with taking in animals that literally have escaped, have damage from the cage, it's just personally not a good cage. And if the materials are not as strong or sturdy, I don't like it. So, there's that. Keep her in the bin. Just change the accessories. Sorry, I hit the post button too early. No problem. I tried just changing accessories for my ham in a bin cage and he's never happy. I just had to upgrade to a DIY cage. Also, if anybody is wondering about hamsters being unhappy, especially Syrian hamsters, it will be absolutely impossible for domestic life to even cater to a hamster's overall happiness. They should never have been domesticated in the first place because they require so much more. Even though they're small, they have a territory of 2 miles, and because they are stress prone, unfortunately, cages that are very small causes that stress, and the bigger they are the less stressed they are, but it doesn't mean that they want to just stay in there. They always want to be exploring. They want to make sure that they are searching because they're forage animals. So unlike cats and dogs that can be within company, they can follow us around, they can learn commands, they are that type of animal that can do what they can do with their human. When it comes to caged animals, it can be kind of hard. And when I say caged animals, I don't mean all caged animals. We're just talking about hamsters right now. So, and it's particularly Syrian hamsters. So, if they are exhibiting stress, if you do upgrade, don't feel bad if the cage is within the minimum to the recommended or higher range. Because unfortunately, even with Hopping Hammy, with her cage room or room cage, big cage that fills up the entire room. Anyways, even her hamster at that time when she was hamster keeping was wanting to get out. But that's just because they are foraging animals and they are burrow animals and etc. etc. So please keep that in mind. I know the community online, especially on the Facebook groups, they have been absolutely awful for people who are just meeting within the range. Like they always are just kind of getting on each other about that, and it's been so, I wouldn't say obnoxious, but it's just been so harsh. It's not gingerly, it's not friendly, it's just you're doing it wrong. So, definitely, guys, grain of salt. Just try to give your animal the best life possible. If you can upgrade, please upgrade. And just please make sure you're doing your due diligence when doing research. Everybody has different opinions. Like, a good example of my different opinion is in the community, everyone says you have to have sand baths in my opinion, because I've cared for well over 300, maybe even 400, maybe even 500 at this point. I haven't really added them all up. Only dwarf hamsters need them because they cannot clean themselves, so they have to roll around in it. Syrian hamsters, they groom themselves just fine. They don't need it. Their coats aren't greasy like dwarf hamsters, Roborosky hamsters, Chinese hamsters. So having just the sand bath, at first, if it's clean, they'll roll around in it. It's really cute. But then they use it as a toilet. So technically, if you want to have a toilet sand bath for your Syrian hamster, go for it. That's totally fine. But is it required? No. I feel like it's definitely required for dwarf hamsters. And see, that's the difference between me as a creator and a hamster keeper and a rescue founder versus others. All right? So please take that as a grain of salt, and just do your research and know how, like, everyone's care is going to be different. It's definitely going to be different. So you don't have to follow my care. So, like, for instance, the pahat person. Even though I'm like, please don't use it. Hey, I'm just one person. If multiple people say use it, but please just take my warnings to heart. I'm sorry. I'm trying to move and I can't. Ow, I'm hitting everything. uh, Anyways, thank you so much, by the way, for listening. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone has their own opinions about what's safe cages and what isn't, and everyone's going to do their thing. Yeah, exactly. Although, if you currently own a critter trail, you're doing it wrong. We can all agree about that, right? I can't add the necessity. Wait. I can't add the necessity. Her wheel is a 6.5 inch, so I can't fit an 8 inch. So, can anyone give me any high square inch options? High square inch. Oh, you mean like height square inches? Because definitely if it's a Syrian hamster, or are you talking about a dwarf hamster? Because dwarf hamsters, definitely, you should go for an 8.5-inch wheel. I mean, a Roborosky can definitely fit in a 6.5, but there has been Roboroskis that are just really big that should have an 8.5. Definitely, I would say a tank would just be the easiest thing. Of course, there's the Night Angel. There is like the Bush. Oh, I can't even pronounce their name. But anyways, there are others. You probably would have to look for something that's like bigger than like 12-inch height, so probably 13, 14 plus inches. But if you're talking about Syrian hamster, they definitely need something around the 17, 18-inch height range for a large wheel, and wheel should be 10 to 12 inches for Syrians. But anyways, yeah, sometimes a bigger bin cage works. Well, it's getting late, so goodbye, Margaret. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Also, love your personality. Your happiness is so fun and to enjoy coming from work, and you make me feel more than I usually feel. Oh, you're welcome. And one thing I don't tell people is that I have depression and take pill for it, but I don't let that stop me in my dreams. I keep it pushing, so thank you much. You really mean it. No problem. So the thing too about like taking antidepressants is some people just use that against you, and then you're like, why? It literally helps. And then they think of it as like a crazy pill or a pill that controls you, but has it controlled me? No, it's literally made me better. It's made my anxiety go from like a 10 to like maybe a 5, like cut it in half. And that's what like calming chews for dogs and cats are. It literally like lessens the height. It's of the fight or flight response. So, yeah, no, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. There is stuff that even our bodies can't handle. Just nature, for instance. My doctor was telling me this. She said to me that the soil holds different nutrients in it. So you're not going to be able to get all of what you need from the soil because of what it retains. So like even if you grow like all the best crops, you're probably not going to meet the dietary needs that you need without a little bit of supplementation. So it's fine. It's totally fine. Anyways, I get the feeling of really wanting a bigger cage. I don't own hamsters, so I can't provide any practical advice on affordable, safe, and easy to set up enclosures that are 1,000 square inches. Something like the Night Angel is definitely a good call for 1,000 square inch. The Savic cages that have come out in the UK, those are some good ones too. They are over 1,000. I remember that. I think it's like the Plaza 2 or something. I don't remember exactly the name. Because you can add a lot of bedding and 8 inches wheels should fit. You are still kids. I'm in my 50s. I'm not a kid. No, 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 kid. Okay, no, don't worry, I'm not a kid. First had hamsters in the 1970s. Oh God, that care probably was awful, wasn't it? And orange habit trails. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! Now have 40 to 75-gallon tanks in my angel bigger world. Yay! See, Donna, like with you, you have experience. You have longer experience than I am. And so you can see the poor care that Americans have had for a while. And you can see the new care where you're like, holy shit, why aren't people on the same page? Gosh, bloody darn it. Aw. Let's see. Hermione the hamster has the best care I have ever seen for dwarfs. She provides amazing care. Oh, so that's her name. Is it actually Hermione the hamster? Is that the full thing? Anyways, Ham Hammy Adventures. I'm not doubting that she has great care for her hamster. I'm just saying I trust Munchie's judgment, especially since she runs a rescue and has lots of experience. Well, I mean, there are some like, oh, Hammy's comments have been retracted. Okay. Well, I was going to talk. I'm sorry. Anyways, Eek, Pine, let's see. The habit trail was in an improvement over the little wire cage. Oh, and Hammy Adventures, don't feel like you have to silence yourself. Everyone's opinion, or like, not opinion. Yes, opinion. Yes, opinion, but like comments. All of your comments are totally fine and acceptable here. We're just talking. So don't feel too bad, all right? Don't feel like anybody's ganging up. I know you feel a little bit like defensive right now, so don't be, okay? We're learning. That's why we're here. So, and don't feel like, I'm the all-seeing person either. Just take what I say with a grain of salt and do your due diligence. Do I can't talk. I blame my braces. Anyways, the habit trail was an improvement over the little wire cage our class hamster was in, about 14 by 10 inches. Oh no, but we did not know any better then. Oh Lord, Facebook is toxic. Oh yeah, the Facebook groups are so toxic. I know about this with reptiles, but I don't know if this applies to hamsters. Pine wood is safe to use as material to build reptile enclosures on. So for hamsters, there's just this huge debate, and it's just there's aspen, so why get pine? Pine that's kiln dried, people say is safe. I had a rat owner say that it was safe to use, but then I also had like other veterinary people and also hobbyists tell me that no, it's not. Even if it's dried, it's just heated. It doesn't remove the toxins. But then people are like, well, it's heated, so it removes it. I'm not gonna say that I am an expert when it comes to the pine debate, but I just would not use it. We have aspen. It's very easy to get aspen. So please do take that and do your due diligence and look up scientific proof. If someone can shows me scientific proof, that'd be great. But pine does contain toxic chemicals, so why use that pine if we have aspen that's completely safe and smells a lot better? Anyways, I know about this. Okay, let's see. Yep, I was told by my kid's foster dad that being on antidepressants was just a crutch. Was just a crutch. Yeah, I have choice words about those people. Unfortunately, crutch. I guess fits. I'm not so sure what you mean by that. Please explain. It might just be going over my head. Yes, I don't have it. I was considering getting it. Thank you so much, Munchie, for the info. I am getting Pepper a travel cage by Meow Fun. People say it is a hamster cage, but it's only suitable for travel temporary cage. Meow Fun I've actually used before. And I've had hamsters. Oh God, I've had hamsters escape it. I did a review, but I never did a follow-up review on that cage. But I don't know about the travel cage, so that's very interesting. I might have to look into that. But you were so welcome. I hope I am catching up with you. I hope that you didn't feel like we were ganging up on you. But just thank you for being here. I do appreciate that. I use the Night Angel Aspen. Yeah, I do too. Although I don't use it now because I'm using the KT Aspen. It's much cheaper. Not as substrate as enclosure building material. Oh, building material. That is a good question. That is a very good question for a different time because I need to wrap this up. And plus, I feel like we should all kind of look more further into that because I don't think the hamster community wants us to use pine. It's very confusing, but then again, there are people that are like, yes, you can use it because it's already been treated, but then it's very confusing. But yeah, I need to start to go here soon because it's been over an hour and a half, and I am very bad about saying goodbye to all of you. Anyways, 8x4 feet boards at Home Depot or Lowe's. Munchie, do you think you can make a new hamster video about what cage habitat you that would be great? You use, I assume. I don't have any personal hamsters anymore, so I don't use them. I sold all my night angel enclosures that I bought, so don't have that anymore, but I don't mind it. The idea of taking antidepressants being a crutch as and people can control their emotions and how they feel and that I was using an excuse basically. Oh, okay, okay. I get what you're saying now. Also, what type of camera do you use, please? And thank you, Munchie. I'm using the Lumix G7. I don't like the camera. But I just went and purchased a Panasonic. Panasonic? No, that's not it. No, not Panasonic. Sony? Sony something? I haven't used it yet because, yeah. I haven't used it. I'm so bad about it. Because the phone camera is so much easier. It's just, everything's here. All right, I can just go live with it. I don't have to set it up. Although I don't understand why my quality is so bad when I have really good high speed internet. And also, like, when I see, like, playback options, it says auto 360p. I don't understand. There's no way I can set it here. Like, why? Why does it not work? I have to look into that further. But anyways, I also use KT Clean and Cozy. I am a rat owner. No way would I use pine paper bedding all the way. Why risk it? There are some rat owners that are like, why use paper bedding? And then I also have rat owners that are like, why use fleece? Because that just holds in all the crap in it. Ugh, so much debate. So much debate, but don't worry. Don't worry. We can all talk about this another time. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I definitely need to sleep myself. Good night, everyone. Good night, Foster. Pepper has a 6.5-inch wheel, even though she's a hybrid and her back is straight. But I want to get her an 8-inch wheel because it's better. Yeah, it's easier to clean too. Good night. Hopefully you will be on tomorrow. I don't know, but I'll try. Hi. Oh my gosh. You're on. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm literally saying goodbye to everyone, but we have to get, or at least I have to figure out where Demi went before we go. But anyways, I actually just searched online and found someone who has a 4,000 square inch hamster cage. Is that Hopping Hammy? Because that might be her. That might be. But she doesn't hamster keep anymore. All right. Here's the deal. I have to go on a mission now to literally find my hamster. Come with me. Actually, you guys stay there. Since you're already here. I just need to figure out where she went. And I, of course, hurt my neck. So. Ow. Okay, she might be right there. Hi, sweetie. I found her. Okay, that wasn't hard. I knew where she was. General direction. Hi, dear. What we're gonna do is bring you back down to your enclosure. Hello, Demi. So she's the one that freaks out. So when I do this, usually she freaks out. Oh, you're not freaking out. Maybe it's because she had fun tonight and now she just wants to go back. Good girl. Since you were such a good girl, don't run away. No, stop it. No, come back. Demi, here. Here, no. Demi. See, she gets so freaked out. Here you go. Here you go. Take that. Take it. Yep, there you go. Take it. There you go. And she's gone. All right, everyone. I am going to... Oh, that's what happened when I have no notifications off. Oh, I'm sorry. I might be on tomorrow. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I hope to see you another time. And also, if you like this video, I'm going to end it here. It's going to process and load. And if you want to leave me any comments on the video when it's done, I'd appreciate that. So thanks so much. Have a good rest of your night and see you next time. Bye.